And what's going on, everybody? Remy here for the Rodale Plays, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. The last time we left off, the investigation began for the murder of both Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. I can't believe I fucked that up, even though I am recording these back to back, so I should know their fucking names. So we did the investigation for Hifumi and Taka, and got a lot of evidence. A lot's on our plate right now. It looks like that Hero is possibly the murderer. So, yeah, lots on our plate. Now, here we go again. Number 3. The third class trial is about to begin. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the big red door as soon as we were all there.
Monokuma appears!
Oh, hell no, I can't deal with this. Why is there 2 of you? He multiplied? No, not a multiplication. It looks that way because of an illusion. I move so fast that it looks like I've multiplied. Oh, okay. Kagebusha no Jutsu. Okay. Can you guys tell which one's the real Monokuma? Let's kick them both and see which ones disappear.
Whew.
Can we just get in the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
And if everyone here is ready to go, please board the page train elevator. See you guys down there.
Let's go.
Oh, and by the way, if you don't know, when I say Kagebusha no Jutsu, it's clone jutsu. That's basically what it is. Alright. Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
Heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me. Did you find that other costume or no? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem that we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get into the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's head down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for those 2 who lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed our 2 friends. The killer is someone right here. Alright, boys, let's get it poppin'. I took one last deep breath and slowly exhaled. I began to walk towards the elevator once everyone was aboard. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all of this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening onto cruel fate. Well, I see that you all gathered together like this. I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Unlike me in the bedroom. Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such a cruel thing to each other? What? You really hate me so much, but I'm so cute.
Come on.
I want a Monokuma plushie. Alright? Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm going to start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly betrayal, a deadly deception. Oh, I fucked that up. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. You want to say yes? Jesus Christ, yes! Alright. Also, I love this song right here. I don't think I ever pointed out, but I love this song. I first really heard about it on Danganronpa 2. So yeah. And now they must confront two murders. who claimed the life of Hifumi and Kiyotaka. In this class trial, suspicion builds upon suspicion. Alright, set skills, because we did get a new skill. Ooh, we got 14 skill points. Wish we had more skills to set. Neural liberation. The focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Effective during non-stop debate and hangman's gambit. And bullet time battle. Hell yes, I would love that. Do I have anything else? Nope. Alright, yep, I gotta remember real fast. This ain't Danganronpa 2. I can't just buy skills when I feel like it. Alright, boys. Let's step into the trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Now, I'm not gonna hold you guys. This is easily one of those class trials I've struggled with, okay? I'm not even gonna hold you. So, yeah, get ready.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
You know, my Monokuma like, wait, what the fuck? We just started, can we not?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
You know, you kind of threw that out there kind of fast.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Oh, you're one to talk. She just behind that
Who
door.
are you calling a murderer?
There it is. I was just about to say, oh, you're one to talk.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but Celeste's voice in this segment is throwing me off slightly.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer? Or, before anything else, we have to make that clear. Alright, boys. Make your argument. Y'all see Hiro's message. Alright. I gotta remember what his message... Hang on. I gotta remember this. This is gonna start happening. As we progress further down the story, this is gonna happen a lot more. To note that Yasuhiro wrote to everyone to go meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. Handwriting from remarkably neat. Okay.
Thing we found in your room.
Oh, cool.
The
I got my
blueprints,
silencer.
the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Alright.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay, wow. Shit, it's something Celeste says. I mean, looking at the blueprints, the handwriting... Okay, I see it now. Say less.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints,
The suit parts, they are...
Oh,
No, that's wrong.
I don't like how slow that moves.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
That shit need to spell. Also, we just brought
The
that up.
handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
Yeah, bro, that thing, man, your letter's curving like
There's
shit.
no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Why would they go through all of that?
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Also, he looks like the type of person where he has had it beaten into him to not change your
So
handwriting.
Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo Justice suit?
the suspicious individual in question, the one that was in the suit. Of course, the Illuminati. No, not one member. The entire fucking Illuminati. Everybody who's involved was just in that suit.
I got it!
It was Hiro. Come on, man.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Prime suspect doesn't mean you did it. Prime suspect just means you're the one we have our focus on.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
You don't know shit about police then. Just because you're the prime suspect don't mean you did it. We just believe at the time the evidence just strongly point to you. They can always change though.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
They used to move Taka's body. It must have been so I have to choose the blue tarp.
I got it!
Still one more thing. Okay, so it is two. Got it. So I guess it didn't matter what order I chose them. It's just choose them. Okay.
I got it!
Bow.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
That's what his
So,
attitude.
let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Fuck that bitch. That's how I
There
respond.
is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Bitch, fuck you.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Bitch, but I'm the one who solves the case, though. I'm the Scooby-Doo gang. What the fuck? I'm the Scooby-Doo gang, bitch. I'm Dipper and Mabel Pines. I solve the mysteries here. I throw everybody else off track to... Bitch, I am Messiah, and I am leading the sheep to salvation, which is not death. I solve shit here. All of you guys just assume what's going on. How does that work? Wow, I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I could change your mind. If I just explained why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Damn, we doing a bullet time battle this early on? Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Start with the next bullet time battle. We are going to add more than one ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom screen, underneath the tempo, make sure you see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing triangle won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cause you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you cannot destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. Just like locking on, you will have to press square in time with the tempo meter. Basically, just remember to hit square and just remember that the square button now has a function along with the X and square button. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. I ain't no bitch. We reload our guns after every shot. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. Also, that's a lie. I reload like every 3rd shot in this. Let's get it poppin', boys.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree.
Oh,
you are a
shit,
fool.
I'm tripping.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere.
Oh,
Do
wait.
your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You had it wrong.
Wait, what's
I
with
cannot
Gucci?
agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Alright, boys.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Yeah, so that's the best time to use fever time is when your opponent uses nega time because they counter each other out and you still get infinite shots.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
I'm pretty sure I made that clear in the second class trial, but fuck it, just to reiterate.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste hate me that
Well,
much?
anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Celeste.
The subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
It's not a robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
But you're gonna pass that shit back to me, though. You gonna make this shit like Bop and then pass it to me,
If
ain't
you
you?
look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If you look at how the body was moved, it'd be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? I ain't even gonna lie, I'm confused on that one. Alright, boys. Robo Justice costume. What about the costume?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yep,
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
definitely.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
That's
Now,
correct.
keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Which the suit wasn't able to do.
No, that's
Say
wrong.
less. Yo, playing so much Danganronpa has finally taught me patience, because I used to jump the gun on these things.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yeah, you couldn't see your feet. You couldn't even bend over.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Also, I just kind of seen it. Call me crazy, but that mark on Hina's pants down there, doesn't that kind of look like Monokuma's eye?
It
Just a
seems
different
like
color?
it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance of that. There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off to move the body because you can't take it off by
gun!
yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Yeah, it has a clamp on it.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Was it all you could suspect?
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Damn, bitch, you got a lot. You love intervening, don't you? You got a lot to say this class trial. We could get shit. We could barely get. Not even barely. Like, we got a little bit of something out of you, class trial 1, and then class trial 2 was like, we got a little something. All right.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
That don't even look like him being dragged away. It looks like he's wrapping its arms
If whoever
around
was
him.
in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Facts. I still got like at least 75% of a page of truth bullets to go through. Y'all jumping to conclusions mighty
Besides,
fast.
there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then,
She ain't
let's
telling
take
us
another
shit.
look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Oh my god, I just thought about it. Yo, if we just heard this from Sakura in the beginning of the investigation. God damn it, we gotta hear this a second
We
time.
waited there for quite a while.
I'm sorry, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. If you really want to know how this story played out, go watch the previous video. Okay, we literally had a talk through with Sakura about this. I don't want to see this a second time. It's long. It's longer than I thought it was. So, you really want to see how all of this played out up until that point? Go watch the video before this.
It seems I was unconscious for about...
That was when we saw Celeste. We were soon joined.
Yeah, all of this is literally just a recap.
When Celeste told us that, and then at that point we decided, well, and I left Celeste.
Yeah, so this is basically
Meanwhile,
this is basically recounting everything that's happened up to the point of the investigation starting. So both the
We
murders.
rushed back to
there. But when we got there,
I think that about covers it.
Boom. Okay, so we're good. All right. Like I said, if you want to know what happened, go watch the previous video. And there's a part where we talk to Sakura and she gives us the entire lowdown of what happened up until the point when we started investigating. If you don't care for that, great. I just don't want to go through it a second time because, like I said, it's longer than expected.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden within what happened to Taka. In order to cover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Alright, boys. Make your argument. Monokuma File 3. Gotta read it, because I forgot about it. I didn't know something about the blow to the head.
So,
the victim was Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head, though it is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Okay.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Oh shit.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
That was
Justice
it?
Hammer
God
3,
damn it.
while Taka's death came from a swing.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
That's why. Because Monokuma File said that they were both killed with a similar weapon. But that has to be impossible.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the
Numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, no, I was wrong.
Shoot!
Okay, well, hey, shit happens.
So, I wonder if
But
he,
it's
or
something that
perhaps it
Hina
was.
said,
We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death,
See? So it's
Okay,
obvious
so it's the
Taka
other,
came.
it's the other thing she said, got it.
So, I wonder if,
Or perhaps it was after?
Wait, is it? Because this could easily, this is one thing I hate. So when they introduce the whole memory bullet function, now it becomes, okay.
we already know what order they were killed in.
Uh-huh,
Taka came last.
okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that
Okay, I
Hifumi
think
was
I know
while
what I gotta
Taka's
take.
death.
See? So it's obvious
I
Taka
think I know
came
what I gotta
after.
take. The Justice Hammers were numbered, but they weren't really used in that order.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know.
Know what order they were killed in.
Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the
Numbering of the Justice Hammers.
There it is.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, ever since they introduced that, now you gotta be more on your toes about when to use it. And it kind of
Hold on.
sucks.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
But yeah, like I was saying, when they introduce memory bullets, and it becomes more of a challenge because now you need to understand, okay, that's because it gets to that moment where you have to look at your truth bullets and look at the scenario and go, okay, none of these fit the list. So now we need to find out whose statement contradicts somebody else's. And it gets more difficult when you have more truth bullets because now you're going to be running down the line of your truth bullets and going, okay, which one of these truth bullets can possibly fit the scenario? And if none of those fit, it's like, okay, then whose statement fits the scenario? So yeah.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he had to die. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, I remember. I know what this is. Alright. What? W. Oh, I can't hit the A, T, C, and come on, give me the last one. By the way, Hangman's Gambit is like 10 times easier in Danganronpa 1 than it is 2. Because
Now I
in Danganronpa
understand.
1, they give you hints. In Danganronpa 2, you gotta figure out the whole damn word yourself. So you better have been paying attention.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Yeah, that gun wasn't broken.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, Then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That snuffed
That
out.
simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we...
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Hiro, at some points I kind of just want to be like, Monokuma, can I just punch him across the mouth real quick before we get this back on track? Didn't she just clearly say, don't forget, I was unconscious in the room the entire time?
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
That and the fact she would have threw her back out, dragging that fat ass nigga across the ground.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Facts, because you definitely would have threw your back all the way out. Like, bro, you would need a bottle of aspirin after moving that man back to somewhat feel relieved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
If I had to do it myself, I'd be like halfway up the first floor stairs, but within that time.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Yep.
The dead body moved on its own?
What, don't you act like you never seen Thriller, Ghost of Jealousy? Like Michael Jackson, they create 2 different songs and music videos based around the dead?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are
Yeah.
you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi is still alive. Is it really possible? Yeah, so, remember earlier when I brought up the fact of, oh god, we gotta find another memory bullet.
Are you saying that when we
I'll talk
first
about it after
found
this.
Hifumi in the nurse's office, There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Say less, boys. We got it. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. Because remember, it was made twice. Remember that. Remember that announcement was made twice. It'll play a big role later on. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered almost at exactly the same time.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that
How?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Nah.
No, that's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Like I said earlier, remember, there was 2 body discovery announcements. That plays an important role.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Oh no, that answered our question. You're just looking at it from the wrong
No,
angle.
actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
This is where it plays in. It seems the second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time it played was just after Hifumi came back. Oh, well, I fucked up. Oh, wow, kill me. Second time it played was when both bodies were rediscovered. I screwed that up.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof to show that Hifumi is still alive. I have to find it and show everyone. Hifumi's glasses. Alright, boys.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
That is correct.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
That is also correct.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
That is still correct.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That's a lie.
No, that's wrong.
That's a lie. My man's spectacles was about as clean as they could
In
get.
fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi and the nurse's office and the repository.
Man, it was so clear even Hifumi could see
His
it.
glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Sure, for all the slow people
When
named
we found
Celeste.
Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was this.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Understandable.
tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
All I need is my shirt.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is...
What I'm saying is,
Damn it.
the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Oh, right, because the killer was just so goddamn courteous and be like, yeah, I just killed you. I beat you in the head with this big-ass, Harley Quinn-ass mallet. Oh, no, but you got a little blood on your glasses. I got this, homie. I mean, you can die, but I at least want you to see the light. Like, it just makes sense, right? Come on now. Killers aren't considerate about what you look like when you die. I mean, at least not to the degree that you look clean when you
But
die.
who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one whose Taka's body was Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I I just can't believe it.
Yeah, you shedded tears for that man. That's
If
crazy.
you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
But we'll be in the next episode. I'm sorry, guys. Look, okay, I can edit, to be honest with you, I can edit it so that we can fit the whole class trial into one video, but honestly, no, it just works better as a two-parter, okay? It's a blue ball effect, okay? It makes you want more. It's kind of like sex, if you will, okay? You're almost there. You're about to ejaculate. You're about to finish, right? Then all of a sudden your partner's like, nah, you know what? You gotta wait till next time. You gotta wait 5 minutes to finish that off. So you're gonna feel more relieved when we get to the ending. So anyways, I'm gonna end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy this video, why don't you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. When we come back, we'll see the evidence that Kyoko has to present that will prove that Hifumi himself was actually an assailant to the murder. So yeah. So with that being said, this is Charlie Plays signing out saying peace, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Dos de Vinya.